Yo, happy Sunday, everybody. On the internet, it's Hot Son of God, Spotlight on Women's Hoops. Yo, we're gonna get right into it. Oh, we had an action-packed day of women's college basketball today. And just gonna get right into it. Unrivaled starts on Monday, January the 5th at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, 12 o'clock Central on TNT and True TV. We will be giving a wrap up of what happened on Monday, Tuesday, Monday night for Tuesday. So stay tuned for that. But we're gonna get right into it. Notre Dame versus Duke. Um, number 18 Duke, excuse me, number 18 Notre Dame, um, lost to Duke 68 to 82. From the opening tip, Duke went on a run. They took control of the game, and Duke did not let go. This was a big win for Carol Lawson. A good win. Um, not taking nothing from Notre Dame. Notre Dame basically running with a six-player rotation because of injuries. Um, but this was a game that Carol Lawson's group really needed. And again, and I mentioned this earlier in other um broadcasts, is that the non-conference schedule that Carol Lawson put together, it's just gonna prepare her team for conference play that just began, and also getting in tournament form. And like Carol Lawson said, um, we're not gonna know what we got or know what we need to work on unless we get exposed. So, getting chin checked before conference play, there's nothing wrong with that. Kim Mulkey made a comment in her presser after that game, because they just took a loss to they took another loss. So in her presser, she made a comment about if they would have scheduled some tougher opponents, they'll probably be sitting on a few more losses, which, losses happen. It's all about how you lose. If you're gonna get if people worried about taking losses, people take losses all the time. You know what I'm saying? So um loss is gonna happen. Um, but a loss shouldn't define you as a team. Um, but let me just get into it. Yeah, Hannah Hidalgo. I'm gonna start with Notre Dame. Hannah Hidalgo, 22 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. Cassandra Prosper, that's their X factor. If Cassandra Prosper plays good, um, Notre Dame success depends upon how Cassandra Prosper plays to me. She's the X factor. 15 points, 6 assists, 3 steals. Excuse me, 3 assists and 2 steals. Malaya Kyles, 10 points, 4 assists. I mean, I'm all off. 10 points, 4 rebounds. And off the bench, Ayana Moore, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals. Um, Now for Duke, Toby Fournier, 20 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. I think I saw her serving some popcorn in the stands for a brief minute. She was everywhere. Taina Mael, excellent game. 23 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Ashlyn Jackson, always where the action at, 13 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. And Delaney Thomas, 10 points, 12 boards, 1 assist, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Yeah, Delaney Thomas was getting busy. Any grunt work that needed to be done, she was in there. Because again, the Duke players knew the assignment and they rose to the occasion and fulfilled their assignment. Um, Now, field goal percentage on Notre Dame shot 46% to Duke's 45. Both shot 50% from three, but the disparity at the free throw line. Um, Notre Dame was 7 of 9 from the free throw line to 13 of 19 for Duke. But Duke out rebounded Notre Dame 39 to 31. And also Duke won the turnover battle. But again, like I said, from the opening tip, Duke did not let go of the lead. Even when Notre Dame went on a little run, they didn't let Notre Dame get close enough to make that jump to take the lead. So shout out to Kara Lawson. Um, good statement win. A good confidence builder going into as they go continue into ACC play. Um, Stanford, let me go to Stanford and North Carolina. Um, Conference play in ACC is heating up. This game went into overtime. Stanford comes out with the win against number 16 North Carolina, 77 to 71 in overtime. Um, Sierra Toomey, another great game, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Nyla Harris, 18 points, 5 rebounds. Alina Arnasalo, 12, 3 and 3. Renaya Kelly, straight from Birmingham, 9 points, 2 steals. Oh, and 1 assist. She had 1 assist, but 2 steals on getting it done on the defensive end of the ball. And Laney Grant, 8 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. Um, Shout out to North Carolina. They play hard, but Stanford, even though Stanford isn't ranked, Stanford is someone that's always they has a storied tradition. Stanford brings it. Courtney Ogden, 21 points. Laura Sumfi, I always get her name wrong. 13 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal. Chloe Clardy, 12, 9, and 3. And Alexandra Eschmeyer, freshman sensation, 10 points, 2 rebounds. This was another game where again, um, pretty much even shooting from the field, but Stanford shot better from the three, 35 to North Carolina's 21%. Now that to me was the difference in the game, and also rebounding. Stanford out rebounded North Carolina 40 to 28. Now I'm a stickler for turnovers. Even though Stanford lost the turnover battle 22 to 15, Stanford controlled the boards with a 40 to 28 rebounding margin, and they shot better from the three, 35% to North Carolina's 21. Um, like I say, conference play is a conference play getting hot. Conference play getting hot. All right. Um, Sunday night. We had Baylor and Iowa State. I'm sorry, Iowa State. Number 22 Baylor um took down number 10 Iowa State 72 to 70. Let me just start with these stats. The stats were pretty much even except rebounding. Both teams shot 38% from the field. Baylor shot 30% from the three to Iowa State's 29. Free throws, Baylor 17 of 18. Iowa State 7 of 10. That's surprising because a lot of Iowa State prides itself on the post play. So I would have thought that Iowa State would have got more chances at the free throw line. and rebounding. Baylor was able to control the paint. 46 rebounds to Iowa State's 39. And the turnover battle was pretty even, 14-13. So I'm not gonna harp on that because it's a 2-point game. So that that 1% difference from three um made a difference because again Iowa State um lost by 2 points. All right, let's get into on some individual statistics. I'm gonna start with Iowa State. Audie Crooks, 26 and 10, and Jada Williams, 28 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists. All right, Baylor, Talia Scott. Um, Talia Scott, I think she played for Arkansas previously, if memory serves me correctly. I know she came from an SEC program. Talia Scott, 21 points, 3 rebounds. Dariana Little Page Bugs, 13 points, 20 boards, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Dariana was getting busy in the paint. Again, 13 and 20. Yo, she was working. She was working. But look, when you going it when you got Audie Crooks um right next to you, yo, you gotta get busy. You gotta get busy. Audie Crooks don't be playing. Uh and Eugene Dean, 12 points. This was a good game. We getting some good college basketball and transfer portal is making things pretty much even. Well, it's even in the playing field. So we're gonna see more upsets. We're gonna see tournament style action in the coming weeks. Um let's see who else we got. Um all right, LSU and Vanderbilt. Let's go ahead and deal with the elephant in the room. All right, number 5 LSU lost to number 12 Vanderbilt 61-65. Um, all I got to say about this game was Vanderbilt wanted this game more than LSU wanted this game. Vandy was playing very pesky, very disruptive, and they was able to create disrupt the continuity of LSU and was able to create a lot of turnovers. Um, just I'm gonna start with the turnovers. 22-12. 22 turnovers for LSU, 12 for Vanderbilt. Rebounding. LSU, they controlled the rebounds this time. This time they was able to win the rebounding margin 48-28. But and LSU shot better from the field, 43-35, and they shot better from three, 43-37. All right. Now, when free throw percentage, um, no, the free throw attempts. I a lot of times when I'm giving team stats, uh, when it comes to free throw percentage, I don't like to harp on what the percentage is. I like to concentrate on how many shots you're getting from the free throw line. Because again, if I just go by percentage, 62 for LSU to 58 for Vanderbilt, you can actually say, okay, wow. You know what I'm saying? LSU, they they did a little better at the free throw line, but the thing is this, they pretty much shot the same from the free throw line. It's just that Vanderbilt had hit 15 of 26 to 8 of 13 for LSU. So LSU got 8 points from the stripe. Vanderbilt got 15 points from the stripe. So that's more points for Vanderbilt. But let's just get into it. Michaela Blakes. Another monster game, 32 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists. Aubrey Galvin, another good game, 14, 3 and 1. And for LSU, um, no points for Flau'jae. Flau'jae went out with a little injury. Hopes it's not that severe. I don't think it is. Um, but our prayers go up for Flau'jae. Anybody that gets hurt. I don't care if it's a minor injury or a season-ending injury. We don't. Nobody likes to see that. Um, Malaysia for Wiley, better game today. 13 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Michaela Williams, 12, 8 and 6. This is not a Michaela like game, but again, Vanderbilt was being very disruptive and very pesky. They was throwing a lot of things at LSU way to knock them off of what they wanted to do. Um, Zakiya Johnson, 10 points, 8 rebounds. Better game for Zakiya. Um, I'm high on Zakiya as a freshman. Um, she, Zakiya Johnson is going to be the future of LSU basketball. Um, has a lot of she got a lot of games. She got a lot of game for a freshman. Um, she's learning. I can't wait to see how Zakiya Johnson ends her season this year because I'm looking at her as that X factor for LSU. If Zakiya Johnson plays well, LSU is going to play well. Jada Richard, 13 points, 2 assists, and Kate Koval, 9 points, 10 rebounds. Um, Now LSU is not going to get easier for LSU because again Sunday they got to play Texas. Hopefully, they can get everything, clicking on all cylinders for that game. Cause, Vic Schaefer, hey, we already know if you know about Vic Schaefer's teams are high on defense and they come to play. They come to play. All right. Now, speaking of Vic Schaefer, they pulled out the win against Ole Miss. Number 2 Texas was able to handle business against number 15 Ole Miss, 67-64. This was a good game for Coach Yo's squad. Um, Coach Yo's squad, they was giving it to him, man. We know what Coach Yo brings. If you follow college basketball and you follow the coaches, Coach Yo is if you know the sport, Vic Schaefer versus Coach Yo is going to be a defensive game. It's going to be all defense. And which it was. Let me just start with the stats. Um, Ole Miss shot 45% to Texas is 46. Um, Both teams could not find no success from the 3-point line, 17 to 18% for both teams. Now, free throw percentage, Ole Miss 16 to 20, Texas 15 to 21 from the charity stripe. Rebounding was even. 30 rebounds for Ole Miss to 29 for Texas. The turnover battle was pretty much even, 16 to 14. And points in the paint, 32 for Ole Miss, 34 for Texas. All right. So again, this game really came down to one shot. And it came down to one shot. And a matchup like this is what you like to see. We got everything we like to see. This game kind of reminded me of what we got on Thanksgiving night on with South Carolina and Texas. Same type of game. Um, but let me start with Ole Miss. Cody McMahon, 19 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Latasha Lattimore, 17 and 4, and Sarah Theanu, 14 and 4. All right. But Texas, Maddie Booker, 15, 6 and 6, like they at the office. But again, um, you know, Ole Miss is gonna bring that defensive pressure. Jordan Lee, their X factor. All right. 17, 4-1. Um, Jordan Lee is their X factor. If Jordan Lee plays well, Texas is gonna play well, and 9 times out of 10 gonna come out with the win. Yeah, a lot of focus is put on what Rory Harmon does and Bria Cunningham, and of course Madison Booker. But Jordan Lee, I gotta say, is she's that linchpin for the Texas Longhorns. Um, and speaking of Rory Harmon, 8 points, 3 boards, 10 assists. You know, Rory Harmon is gonna dish that ball out and get it where it needs to go. Bria Cunningham, 10 points, 4 rebounds, and off the bench, Kyla Oaker, 8 points, 3 boards. Um, Another good game. And Texas, like I say, Texas got LSU on Sunday. I think that's gonna be a 2 o'clock game, if memory serves me correctly. Now, let's get to them Gamecocks. Gamecocks had, excuse me, the Gamecocks had to go down to Gainesville, take and play the Florida Gators. Um, Tough game at the start, but they grinded it out. Number 3 South Carolina defeated Florida 74-63. Raven Johnson, with no Tanai Lasson, um, she came to play 17 points, 6 boards, 2 assists. Tessa Johnson, 15, 6 and 1. Medina Okot. Um, Florida was trying to disrupt Medina at the early part of the game, but second half, Medina was able to find some rhythm. 12 points, 17 rebounds. And Joyce Edwards, same thing with Joyce. Um 11 points, 10 rebounds. Now again, with South Carolina, you don't know where it's gonna come from with South Carolina. Again, with South Carolina is loaded with weapons. So when Joyce isn't able to get her rhythm, then Medina or Tessa. You don't know where it's gonna come from. Now let's get to Florida. Liv McGill, um, 18 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. Layla Reynolds, 12 and 6. Um, Amelia Dockett, 10, 4 and 1 with 2 steals. And Miara O'Neal, Shaq daughter, 8 points, 2 boards. Um, Florida, Florida's game plan was to speed the game up and try to force South Carolina into making some costly mistakes. Um, but that's like a catch 22 because South Carolina loves to get into the open floor and get in the transition. So at first it was working, but again, once South Carolina settled down, and Raven was able to keep control of the game, South Carolina was able to extend the lead and keep that lead. Both teams shot 34% from the field. Um, South Carolina shot 24% from three to Florida 17. And um, South Carolina was able to control the boards, out rebounding Florida 59-36. The turnover battle was pretty much even, 21 turnovers to 20. Again, um, a turnover, 21 turnovers is uncharacteristic most of the time for a South Carolina team. But again, Florida was trying to do some things to disrupt South Carolina. They was crowding Medina Okot. That was a big part of what they wanted to do. They wanted to make things hard for Medina in the paint, which they was when Medina would get the ball. They have like two defenders there and another one in proximity. So they was doing a lot of things to try to disrupt Medina. And Medina's on rhythm didn't come in until like midway through the third quarter. But again, this was a good win for South Carolina on the road, one that they had to grind out. But also shout out to Florida. This Florida team is a real tough team. And they're gonna cause some problems. They're gonna cause some problems for some teams. Um they're gonna cause some problems for somebody once NCAA tournament play starts. I Florida's going to be one of those teams that do get um, a bid to the big dance. Just can't wait to see how the chips fall in March. But exciting day in women's college basketball. Again, Unrivaled Monday. Stay tuned for that. And I don't really have much else to say. I will be doing an Unrivaled wrap up and be looking for that on Tuesday night. I'm gonna do the Unrivaled right after the last game. I'm just gonna go back and just look at um because the action is divided over from 1 o'clock to 3:30, and then they kick back off at about 7 o'clock. So once I go back and watch all the games twice, then I'll go ahead and give my wrap up. But everybody, y'all stay safe out there. And again, Swish Swag on all platforms.
Swag, she got the swish swag, swish swag.
Watching as my hips go swish. Triple double stands that don't never miss. Always coordinated, looks top picks. Blocking all haters, calling all bricks. Baby, I'm the center of the century. Most valuable, call me the MVP. Most reliable, never on the sidelines. 3 seconds left, now we in the overtime. Keep your eyes straight, I might pull a fast break. Reverse dribble on you, follow with a quick fake. You like my confidence is bold, like my field goals. Cute how you pushing me to